To avoid the Burmese army, this rebel camp is in one of the most remote parts of the jungle here in the northern part of Shan State. In order to get there, you have to travel on the back of motorbikes along awful dirt tracks like this one, and then walk the final part into the camp. This is the training camp of the Taang National Liberation Army, or TNLA. The Taang, like all of Myanmar's minority ethnic groups, have long wanted greater control over their own affairs. Under a military dictatorship, that's a non-starter. So for as long as anyone can remember, there have been Burmese rebel uprisings. Many of the fighters, like Minor Tamai, decided to join up after tasting army brutality at first hand.
The TNLA came to our village to carry out drug eradication, and then the Burmese army arrived and they fought. The villagers ran away and the Burmese soldiers broke into our houses and took everything they could, even small amounts of money.
The Taang rebels are no saints themselves. They admit forcibly recruiting local villagers, and we see new fighters being trained who are clearly children, not men. Over time, most of Myanmar's ethnic conflicts have ground to a halt, but there are still regular clashes with the army near here. I'm told that in July, 4 Taang rebels were killed and 28 soldiers.
When the old Taang rebel group made a ceasefire agreement in 1991, nothing was formalized about what would happen next, so things dragged on until the Burmese army disbanded them in 2005. We formed the TNLA because we learned that each ethnic group needed its own army.
9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 13 bags of opium. This table is covered with drugs that the rebels have confiscated in the last few months. The region is awash with opium and methamphetamine, and the Taang blame both the Burmese army and local militia. This package of opium has split, so you can see a little bit inside. That's raw opium there oozing out. Local people here eat that or smoke it, or the whole package can be sold on to be processed to make heroin. The Burmese government says the signing of a national ceasefire will lead on to talks on a new federal system. The Taang have heard it all before. They and Myanmar's other armed groups still have to be convinced that the times really are a-changing. Jonah Fisher, BBC News in northern Shan State.